Hi there, welcome along to Euro Exclusive. Got some brilliant names on the way for you across 3 shows today. Jordan Pickford, Gianfranco Zola, Claude Makélélé and more. Just 1 week to go until it all gets underway in Germany. 24 teams competing in 51 games played out across 4 weeks with the whole world watching on. Just one aim for everyone involved, of course, to make it to Berlin's Olympiastadion on July the 14th, get to the final and win it. Cannot wait. Will be some spectacle. We're going to start with Jordan Pickford as he heads into his 4th successive major tournament. He does so as England's undisputed #1. There's just no conversation there, is there? It is Jordan who starts in sticks. But the stats show why. Ahead of the game with Iceland tonight, he's got 61 caps, 26 clean sheets. He kept the most clean sheets at the last Euros. He was second only to Argentina's Emi Martinez for the Golden Club at Qatar 2022. He's gone through plenty of highs and lows in the Gareth Southgate era, but he told Alan Owen that he's determined to use past disappointments to spur him on.
Big tournament, your 4th major tournament. What can you take from past experiences now into this one?
Yeah, we've been, couldn't get any closer to get beat on penalties against Italy, semi-final, in Russia, quarter-final in Qatar. So, we're getting to them latter stages. For me, it's, them defeats, them experiences of getting beat can only spur you on and can only learn you to, we've had that taste of defeat. How can we push on together as a team? Now, everyone sees the quality in the side. It's about take it to that next level and winning that trophy, but it's never easy. It's a Euros, it's not a World Cup, but I know Argentina won the World Cup, but look at the history in the last 4 tournaments, how good are the quality of the European sides have been.
I mean, you're part of a core squad, really, that's developed under Gareth Southgate, who's been quite loyal to those players. How important is it having that familiarity, really? It's almost like club level, I suppose.
I look at it a little bit, the Italy, who beat us in the final, had Chiellini, Bonucci, look, the experience and the age they were. So I think having that fine balance of experience in international footballer and the youth, but everyone's getting experience because everyone's playing in top leagues across the world and, winning titles and experiences as well. So I think we've got that fine balance now.
It was a different feel with 2021 because of COVID and everything that happened. But how important is that downtime, really, to succeed in a tournament like that?
Yeah, I think downtime's crucial. In Russia we've got to spend some quality time for our families as well. We'd have a day off. The manager's brilliant like that, just go and see my wife. This time, obviously, I'll be able to see my kids and my parents, my brother and stuff. So that opportunity, that bit of freedom, downtime after hopefully wins in the Euros is always good to give you that reset for the next game.
Would it be the pinnacle of your career to win a Euros?
I think it'd be the pinnacle of anyone in England squad career. It'd be a dream come true. Everyone will say that, but there's a lot of hard work and a lot of hard games to come before that happens. But it's about us being ready and being mentally prepared for that.
Just finally, can you possibly give us a best sort of previous moments for you in the Euros at all?
Getting the final, keeping the most clean sheets in the tournament, and again, team effort. And I know we got people. I thought I had my best game in the tournament against Italy in the final. I played really well. I'm just unfortunate I got beat on penalties, but there's another learning curve. Going forward, just enjoy it and ride with the moment.
Goalkeepers love penalty shootouts, don't they?
If you win them.
Now, Teddy Sheringham was part of the famous summer of 1996 for England, of course, and he thinks his old teammate Gareth Southgate could be the man to deliver a trophy, finally, for England's men. He's identified the team's attacking flair as their strong point, but he's also concerned about the defence. Harry Maguire will no longer be part of the back line, of course, but it is the left-back position that is causing Teddy concern.
First and foremost, I think Gareth's doing a great job. I think we've got an unbelievable squad at the moment. We've got a chance of winning. So we go there with optimism, excitement about going there and seeing our players on show. And you never know, we might come away winners. Phil Foden, our player of the year. Declan Rice playing unbelievable for Arsenal, and Bellingham in all three of them in the middle of the park. It can only hold you in good stead. And Harry up front, we got a chance. Well, that's the only problem, isn't it? I think he's putting all his faith in Shaw being fit. But other than that, I think Gareth will work with a back four and he'll make them as a unit, as you should do. So as long as Shaw's fit, I think we should be okay.
Well, let's get now to a player so good that he had his own position really named after him. Claude Makélélé was part of an amazing generation for France in the 90s and indeed in the noughties. But quite remarkably, he never actually won a trophy with his national team. His country's second favourites to win this summer, just behind England. And although he sees them as the front-runners, he's warned that plenty of other countries have the talent to win too.
I think France have chance because France, they win many trophies, they know how to compete. But England also, they have a possibility. They learn from the final. The manager do a great job, bring young players, different generation for have the stability. And for me, it's not just France and England. You have Spain, Portugal, Germany. You have a lot of countries that will fight for medal because it's like a long time this kind of countries and not being quarter the final, semi-final. But I hope so. It can be France-England if they're not cruise before the final.
Brilliant as Makelele was, he never actually got to experience winning the Euros with France. You might remember they were the defending champions when Euro 2004 came around in Portugal. But against all odds, it was Greece who emerged as shot winners that summer. No one gave them a chance when the tournament kicked off, but they produced a classic underdog victory. One of their key players that year, the Bolton midfielder Stelios Giannakopoulos, he has been speaking to our senior reporter, Tim Thornton.
Let's take you back to 2004. What are your memories of that tournament?
It was unbelievable. It was unreal moments for us individually and collectively as a team and as a nation. It was a fantastic group of players, great individuals in the peak of their careers, with a very good manager as well, Mr. Ray Hagel. He managed to combine the German discipline, as we say, with the Greek talent and mentality in one, and the blend was on the pitch. Unbelievable years, great moments for us and for Greek football as well. To go in Spain away and take the whole 3 points when the rest of the world is waiting for you to get hammered, it's a statement. That was the trigger game for us to change everything in our mentality and our psychology and proceed to the next games.
It's been described as the greatest underdog story of all time. So how did you do it?
You need to have quality players. You need to have quality manager, which we had. You need to have a team building and mentality that reflects in all the dressing room, which we had. And you need to have self-belief, which we had. It's a cheap excuse for others to say that we were the underdog, because we weren't. We proved ourselves on the pitch that we were good enough.
Against Portugal, who he'd already played in the tournament, but a Portugal team that had Ronaldo, Deco, Figo. I could go on.
You know, I have a funny story to tell about that game. When we first went to Portugal, we went to our hotel to check in, and there was a big basket of fruits and orange juice or whatever, you know, for a welcome basket. And it was a letter from the hotel. And the letter was saying, "Welcome to our hotel. I hope you enjoy the stay, you enjoy the tournament. And our wish is, as you play us as the opening game, let's see a final between Portugal and Greece." And everybody was laughing, you know, with the letter, because even us, we didn't see in the beginning ourselves to go to the final. That coincidence came a reality. So I still have this letter to treasure. When we went to the final, I think it was our game before it even started. We were hungry, thirsty, whatever you can say in football language, to win the trophy, and we had the backing of 20,000, 30,000 Greeks that have come to support us. personally, I was thinking that I'm playing in Athens, not in Portugal.
Let's look ahead to the tournament then this summer. England, have they made the progressions that they need to make to maybe now go on and win a tournament?
Yes, I think so. I think they have the dressing room, I think they have the manager, and I think they have the timing that allows them to go there all the way.
How important is it to have that togetherness that clearly your side had when Greece won this tournament?
I think that's the key. The togetherness, if you put the togetherness, the sacrifice for each other, and blend it with the talent, which England obviously has, you have it. You have, the ingredient. I think England has the mentality, has the players, physically and mentally, to go all the way.
Who do you think will win the European Championships this summer?
My opinion, big favourites are England, not because we speak about England, but I strongly believe that England has a chance, and Germany.
So says Stelios. Right, week today, Scotland will face Germany in the opening game of Euro 2024. But how did the host nation rate the threat from Steve Clarke's side? Well, we will find out next. Welcome back to Euro Exclusives. Now, this time next week, we're just a few hours away from the tournament itself, kicking off at Munich's magnificent Allianz Arena. The host Germany facing Scotland in that opening fixture, and their former midfielder Thomas Hitzelsberger says that they cannot afford to underestimate a team that continues to evolve under Steve Clarke. He has been speaking to us on a visit to Glasgow.
I think there's always been a good relationship, but apart from the game on the 14th of June, the opening game of the Euros, I think where we're not really friends. But the sentiment is back home in Germany, people are really excited to welcome Scottish football fans. And everybody I've met here today in Glasgow, people said they're so excited about the Euros. So that's the best combination you can get. Hopefully we'll see a great game. And of course, I want Germany to do well, but overall I want Scotland to go quite far as well. There is so much positive energy that I can't wait for the day it kicks off. And as I said, just have a really great game and let the people enjoy the occasion. And I'm sure everybody will go home and say, this is going to be a great tournament.
You're about 2 miles away from John McGinn's hometown. How impressed have you been with him? How key has he become?
He's been brilliant all season. And when you talk about player of the season, he was up there. I mean, Ollie Watkins, of course, he's also deserving the award, but John McGinn, another one where you could easily say he's been instrumental this season. His work rate, he's leading by example. I've been really impressed, and hopefully he continues that way. Maybe not against Germany, but when he plays for Villa all season.
Germany will be obvious favourites, but you mentioned players like John McGinn. Will Germany be mindful of players like him and other Premier League players as to what they can do?
Well, of course, we're at this stage now where there is no team that goes in underestimating the opposition. We know so many details about the opposition. The German team will analyse in detail how the Scottish team has performed in the qualifiers, who the best players are going to be, and how to address that. So there is no underestimation of the team you're playing, whether it's Scotland, Hungary or Switzerland in the group. The pressure is on for the German team. I think that's pretty clear. They are the favourites, and that's something they have to deal with. But yeah, it will be a good test.
Now, remember, it's Italy who kick off this tournament as defending champions. Of course, famously won at Wembley, 3 years ago? But plenty has changed since that memorable day for them. Gianfranco Zola, who represented his country on 35 occasions, says that he's looking forward to seeing how they fared this summer. And as he told Chris Reedy, he's also keeping a close eye on England's newest superstar, Jude Bellingham, who he crossed paths with, actually, many years ago.
Gianfranco, what did it mean for you to play for Italy?
I became a footballer because of the 1982 World Cup when Italy won the World Cup in Spain. That was a big moment of inspiration for me. In that moment, my desire for becoming a footballer was huge because of what Italy did that World Cup. The way we played, nobody was giving us credit, and all of us, we were playing very bad. Then all of a sudden, in a terrible group, we were in the same group of Brazil and Argentina, so nobody was giving us one penny to go through, and we actually beat both of them, and from that moment it was fantastic. We really, the whole country enjoyed it so much.
Euro 96, tell me about your experience there, your memories from that tournament.
We had a very good team. We were playing very well. We started the first. We had, an available group. Not easy, but Italy in that moment was quite a top team, and we did very well the first game. We beat Russia 2-0. Then something didn't work. We lost the second game, and so we ended up playing life or death against Germany, and we didn't beat them, and so it didn't do well. We didn't qualify, and my experience was bad. Honestly, I was expecting more, and it didn't happen, and it was quite hard to take for me.
What's the pressure like to play for Italy?
When you play from the country, for your country, there is a lot of expectation from the people, from the whole country. So that is obviously, you can feel that. Plus, on top of that, in my case in particular, it was not only the pressure, the expectation from the other, but also the expectation from myself. I was really, expecting me to do great things in that European Championship. I prepared myself for all the year for that, and I think that was too much for me.
Do you remember the rest of the tournament and sort of the hype around England?
I knew they had a very good team.
Now I don't remember. He ended up on penalties, losing on penalties, and that was very unlucky.
Around that tournament, all the fans and the English fans were saying football's coming home. And last time, before the final in 2021, it was football's coming home, but Italy had the last laugh, and I think Bonucci and Chiellini said you shouldn't have said football's coming home, because it gave the Italian team motivation.
England had started the game also very well. They scored the first goal. They were in control, and we were struggling. I remember against England, especially the first half, we were struggling. We couldn't find the rhythm, and the control was on England. I thought in the second half I was disappointed with the way England played, because I think they completely took the pedal from the gas. They only thought defending. They gave an opportunity to Italy to come back into the game, and we did it. Then we took it to the penalties, and I promise that when we were down to the penalties, I knew we were going to win, because the pressure was all on England.
How much are you looking forward to the tournament in general?
It's going to be an interesting tournament. There are very good teams around, and obviously I'm looking forward to seeing how Italy is going to do with Spalletti. There are 3-4 teams that's quite strong, so I want to see how we're going to...
England?
England has been already 3 or 4 years that I'm always saying every competition, either is a World Cup or European Championship, I always put them as among the favourites. They have very good defenders, unbelievable midfielders, and very good strikers. So, it's Foden, for example, is a player that is doing amazing things. Bellingham.
Did you ever see a 13-year-old Bellingham when you were at Birmingham, or did you not?
No, actually, I told him if I had known when I was at Birmingham that he was there, even if he was 13, I would have picked him to the team. And no, I wasn't aware of that, but I'm very impressed on what this guy is doing.
Talking about the Azzurri and tournament victories, by the way, Alessandro Del Piero won the World Cup with Italy in 2006, came agonisingly close to a famous career double by winning the Euros. He was part of the team that lost the 2000 final to France in extra time. He's been speaking to us about England's chances this time around, plus those of his home nation, who, remember, as we said before, are defending champions.
They did it because they did it as a team, and this is what they are looking for now, and for sure this is the best option that they have to keep going and defending this title. And when Italy become a team in every level, they can do anything. And this is what they show in the last Euros. England's chances are quite high from my point of view. They have a really, really strong team, super tournament in the World Cup. I truly believe they have a really, really big chance now to go till the end.
Much more to come on Sky Sports News throughout the day. Remember that England and Scotland both play this evening in their final warm-up games before flying to Germany. Now, England were originally planning to name their final 26-man squad tomorrow morning, of course, but news of the omission of Jack Grealish started to circulate yesterday afternoon. And soon after that, Grealish's absence was confirmed. Harry Maguire's omission was also made public. So as a result, England named their final squad ahead of schedule, and those high-profile absences certainly hit home amongst the rest of the squad.
Madders and Jack are probably two of my best mates in the squad. Probably spent most of my time with them since I've been here. So obviously see them go is, it's not a nice feeling. But they both just said then, before they went, Madders last night, Jack just now, that they wish us all the best. They're really positive and upbeat. Obviously they're gutted that they've been left out of the squad, but I think that's one thing that, Gareth's got spot on, is that we're so close as a group, and there's no one that's feeling really bitter about being left out.
Well, as England now look to the future, 20-year-old Adam Wharton is one of those. Given his chance to impress, we will keep you across England versus Iceland from Wembley tonight on Sky Sports News. Will Wharton feature, and if so, what part might he play? We'll also keep across the Scotland versus Finland game at Hampden. Remember that Steve Clarke has called up New York Red Bulls forward Lewis Morgan in place of the injured Lyndon Dykes. His 28-man squad must be cut to 26 after this evening's match, so 2 will no longer feature. A reminder for you, you'll have another chance to hear from our big name interviewees when Euro Exclusive returns this evening at 5:30 and again at 8:30. Our Euro 2024 coverage goes up a notch on Monday. Our reporters live from Germany. Euro kickoff coming your way from 5 on Monday with our special guests Andy Brassel and Kevin Hatchard right here on Sky Sports News.